I've got a couple. My dad used to sing, he was kind of semi-professional, I suppose, and he sang jazz in working men's clubs in South Wales as a child. So my musical memories is that kind of stuff, Nat King Cole, that kind of...
Yeah. Did you used to go along to gigs with him?
No, that's unfortunate. I'd love to have seen it.
Yeah.
I was a mere baby.
Yeah.
It's stuff that my family have told me, or my mum's.
Yeah.
Yeah, my earliest memory is sing something simple on a Sunday afternoon at 6 o'clock, and that was the death knell because it meant that it was 10 minutes away from bath time and school the next morning.
Who's next? Lorna?
My earliest memory is listening to a record called The Man with the Golden Flute by James Galway.
He had the twitchy eye.
Yeah. That's what got you into...
Yeah.
I was weaned on this sort of folk music. My father was very much into that, so I was raised listening to the likes of the Dubliners, the Clancy Brothers.
Yeah.
And I rebelled and went out and bought a Gary Glitter single.
We were going to call them.
Which one was it?
Which one was it? I can't remember.
We were going to call the band the Nancy Brothers, weren't we?
You really?
Yeah.
And wear pink fisherman's jumpers.
Unfortunately, that one didn't work.
It's too late.
Finally.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't have much of a chance, really. My father was a miner's son from South Wales who managed to win a scholarship to the Royal College of Music in London and was trained as a pianist and vocalist. But unfortunately, World War II got in the way.
Yeah.
And when he came out, he packed it up. But he always played, and that's my earliest memory, is my dad playing piano, really. And then round about 11 or 12, I discovered rock and roll, and that was it. I was sold on it, really. And then folk came along a bit later.
Yeah. First ever gig, you guys. Do you remember your first ever gig?
Oh, yeah, it must have been.
Individually or as a band?
Both, individually and as a band.
Swan Barber, we've been rehearsing for
I
that.
think it's the Swan at Barber.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I think.
Year's
Yeah.
Eve or something.
So I think we'd been rehearsing in the Swan in Barben up there. So I think maybe that may have been our first.
I wouldn't mention it because we still owe her a freebie. for the room. So if you're listening, Kathy.
Yeah. What about individually then? First
Folk
ever
Club,
gig?
Singapore, 1965.
Oh wow, it's a good one.
Got on stage. Yeah, I won't tell you how old I was young.
Yes.
It's terrifying.
It still came out for more.
Yeah, kind of a drug, really.
Yeah.
Well, for me it was with a band called Seven in a Hammock, and that would be the ambulance or some kind of left-wing political fundraising event or something.
Right. Okay.
About 82, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit late 84, perhaps, I'm not sure.
Right. So pretty late you started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched everyone else go and do it. I thought I could do that. I like the sound of that.
There's always been the double bass for you.
No, I started playing acoustic guitar for a bit,
Yeah.
and then I had an electric bass, and
Yeah.
suddenly fell into this.
Yeah.
Found something I really like.
Yeah.
I play ukulele a bit now. I like
right.
ukuleles.
Yeah. That's a bit extreme, one instrument to
That's
the other.
right,
Yeah.
Quite easy to carry a ukulele.
Yeah. This is the fourth. I was trying to work it out. I think this is the fourth double bass we've had up here. They're quite popular.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need a big car.
I mean, I play the electronic cricket bat myself, which is the bass guitar. But, there's no denying that that's got a beautiful tone.
Yeah. What about first ever gig for you then?
Oh, well, I mentioned my father.
The army?
Well, no, my father, as I mentioned, was a classically trained musician, and basically from the age of 9, I was expected to be so as well. And so my first ever gig was at the Three Choirs Festival and the piano competition. Where I probably came something about 81st or something. But,
That's because you're playing the guitar.
that's right, yeah. After all these years, I've probably insisted. But,
You should have played the piano, man.
Well, I mean, first real I mean, Nick mentioned I was an army musician for many years, but I suppose the first real gig I did in terms of the music that I wanted to play was I used to play with a sort of a prog rock band called Morocco down in Dorset, and I think we played one of the pier shows there, and of course it went down like a lead balloon, and set the course for the rest of our spectacular career. But that was about the first one. I really
That was toured Japan in the rock band.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah, and yes, it was around about the time that Emperor Hirohito was about to depart this earth, and of course we arrived in Japan to find that half the promoters had pulled out.
Oh, no.
So we just about made enough money to cover the tour. And we had a great time. It's a beautiful country. You know,
Yeah.
I recommend a visit to anybody. But I do remember on the way back we then went via Alaska, because that's just the way that the planes went, and there was a delay, and so we hit the bar at Anchorage Airport, and we discovered that Budweiser isn't really like British beer. It's you can drink lots and lots, and it doesn't seem to affect you. But that's
Sounds like true.
yeah. We found that out later in Denmark.
In Denmark, yeah. After how many crates of Tuborg?
Yeah.
You guys.
It's a tribute band, was it?
It wasn't actually, no. I think the first gig I ever played at, it was as a result of busking with an old friend of mine who was a fiddle player. We started busking and it morphed into a Cayley band, so we got asked to do, well, our little band, to do a freshers' night up at the College of Higher Ed, which was great, full of packed screaming teachers, students, teachers. But it was a great night. Hundreds of people there, and we thought, great, it must all be like this.
Yeah.
We picked up another one about 2 weeks later, another booking. I think it was at Little Whitley Derby and Joan Club to about 3 old ladies and a bloke.
Oh, dear.
I can tell you the most sparsely attended gig I ever did, which, well, based with this band down in Dorset, we went all the way from Dorset up to Oxford to play at the Jericho Tavern in Oxford. And there were 3 people in the audience, and the dog, and we knew the bloke with the dog.
Oh.
So all the way back again, yeah. But, fortunately, we get at least 5 people at gigs now. So it's quite-
Lorna first had a gig?
Well, I can't actually remember.
No.
I remember Blur.
Yeah, all Blur. What's the best gig you guys have done as Hagglebag so far?
Ooh, Hereford Beer Festival was good. wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's actually on our MySpace site, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got a bit of footage there.
We supported the Oyster Band.
Oh yes,
yes.
we did. Yeah.
In the field at Stockton on team.
Yeah.
They won't remember it.
Well, we did use our PA.
Don't write in.
I think that's the only reason we're invited really.
That's right. Yeah, we had a PA.
Yeah.
But no, that was a good gig. We've done some really good gigs.
So one in Church Stratton recently was
Yeah.
good as well.
That's right. Yeah, we played at the. I can't remember the name of the hall now. It's a bit weird. Wasn't it?
The Village Hall or something. Community Hall in Church Stratton.
Well, I mean, like the majority of this band are now in their 50s, and we were the youngest people there. But it seemed to go down all right.
Yeah. What about weird and terrible gigs? Any crumb come to mind?
I've had a few.
Yeah. Go on then.
Go on that, right?
There's that one at Penzlax. Beer Festival, do you remember?
Oh,
You
But
what-
I can't say actually.
You can't say what it was.
I
All right.
can't say that.
I've expunged it. There was quite an interesting one down in Cheltenham, wasn't there? We did the night they ran the Cheltenham Gold Cup.
oh.
And we played in the Weatherspoons there. And,
I was ill.
Lorna was ill.
In the car.
and,
Sick.
took one look at this howling mob of drunken people and thought she'd better stay in the car. So the 4 of us got up and did it.
Didn't someone get
Some
stabbed?
got blasted in the
Blast
doorway.
or something in the doorway and the police...
Stepping over some
Really?
guy bleeding to death in the doorway to
And
get
then-
the instruments.
And then there was the girls from the Topless Bar came and had a look at it. That's when Mark started getting
Yeah.
interested.
Any video footage of this?
Unfortunately not. No. But, no, it's been interesting. Yeah, generally we seem to go down okay. I mean, nobody throws anything larger than.
Nothing really value anyway.
No.
Have you got a favourite place you like to play?
Not really. I mean,
Anywhere with good beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Westfest.
West, yeah,
Yeah.
good deal.
West.
Yeah.
Plug.
Beer festivals. We've done the Worcester Beer, the big Worcester Beer Festival, Hereford Beer Festival.
Yeah.
We always go down on a beer festival.
Yeah.
I think there's a point there that beer there seems to be the common...
Yeah, I've seen your little signs. Yeah.
just from the TV, you know.
yeah. One of our great heroes was Father Ted.
The Craggy
Yeah.
Island two-step.
Oh, yeah. Legend, isn't it? Yeah.
We have done quite a few in Denmark since we played that first festival. Though.
We did.
We returned for about 4 or 5
Sweden.
years.
Sweden,
Yeah. So we played in Malmo and
Yeah.
Gothenburg.
From Gothenburg,
And
yeah.
some good gigs around
Oh,
there.
nice. You've been all around the place now. It's taken you.
Scandinavia.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, what do they make of you out there, though?
It's
Well, they're a bit
Yeah.
surprisingly good.
Yeah, I mean, Dubliners were huge, weren't they?
Yeah.
There has to be said they go for the sort of the more traditional
Yeah.
style of Irish, whereas we're probably a bit rougher than that. But we seem to go down okay. You know, we kept getting invited back. The only reason we haven't been back for a while is because some of our contacts have been hitting a bit of trouble lately, and obviously we've got other things to think about. So hopefully we'll go back one day.
Is there any place you'd like to tour that you haven't been to yet?
Anywhere really.
If there's money and beer.
That's it.
Beer first.
Australia.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any particular place.
Yeah, I mean, anybody will have us, really. Yeah.
Well, we're glad to have you tonight. So
Thank
you ready
you.
to do another one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
Do
number
this now.
3 on the list. Okay, this one's called Paddy's Green Shamrock Shore.